Okay, guys, looks like we're doing a bunch of videos today. I know currently on Ukulele Underground, one of my friends Bob asked about different neck joints, and I actually did a presentation on my Mortise Tenon neck joint jig 10 years ago, more than that, maybe not 10 years ago, at an ukulele gig, Ukulele Guild of Hawaii exhibition. And a couple of the guys from the Big Island Ukulele Guild, BUG, came by, took pictures. I think they have some pictures of it on their website. I also posted it in the Luthier's Lounge on Ukulele Underground. But today, I guess we'll do a video. So we're gonna do two things. I'm gonna do this a little bit backwards, kind of. I'm gonna actually cut the tenon on the neck, and then I'm gonna cut the mortise on the body, and then I'll pull up the jig and tell you how I set it up. So we're gonna actually do the demo first. Again, we're gonna talk, demo, I'm gonna shut up, you can fast forward to that. And then we'll talk at the end, and we'll bring up the jig, and I'll grab the camera and show you around it and the different aspects. By the way, this is based off of Robbie O'Brien's neck and Mortise Tenon neck jig. It was on Official Luthier's forum. I think he has some videos on it. There are other jigs out there that are just absolutely awesome. I made this one. Again, it's been a while since I've done this, since I made it, and it's still working for me. So I'm gonna shut up. We'll go ahead and cut the tenon, spin the jig around, cut the mortise on the body. It's already in there, and then I'll take it apart, and then we'll come back. here is the monster. Now, the ones that you've seen built, they, there it is, there's the top section. You see them so they can clamp on the side of the bench. I made mine with a base. By the way, these are my, this is a square over here. I just cut this out so I could clamp them in. That's all these are for. And you're gonna find them, I guess, on the other side of this. This big piece right here, I actually screwed that on just to kind of manage the dust. Now, what you don't see underneath here is what this piece of angle iron is connected to, which comes out the top right here. All right, so what that is, turn it this way, you can kind of see it right here. There's this whole plate underneath. This whole piece, maybe I should turn it this way, you can see what's going on. Hold on. All right. Okay, that looks better. All right. Right now the neck is actually sitting on this piece of, and by the way, I use Baltic birch plywood. Good stuff for literally all of my jigs. So anyway, this piece is free floating. There's a hinge at the top, as you guys know. There's you can see the hinge right inside there. There's actually a bolt right here. There's a lock on the back side, right there. And what it does is, if I loosen it and I screw that bolt, see right there, it moves this plate in and out. And obviously what it does, it adjusts the angle, got all kinds of crap behind there, of this, oh, I can't reach it, right there, that. So how I set it up is, basically the body goes right there. And for ukulele, I just make it flat. But if you wanted to set a neck angle on this, this is exactly where you do it. All right, I'm gonna try to spin this. I'm gonna turn it so it goes out. So what's gonna happen is, as I spin it out, you're gonna see the top start gapping right there. And that's how you would throw a neck angle in there. Now, if you wanted a, you know, that's a bow back, which I think most guitars do. If you wanted a, I'm gonna call it a negative angle, something that where you bring the headstock up and you want to gap down on the bottom, you can do that as well too. But for me, I just keep flat. Everything's flat on the 4 nylon string instrument, and even on the tipples. Okay, so basically that's it. And then we'll lock this, keep it from spinning. Now, let's talk about what I did over here. There's 2 clamps right here, and they're adjustable depending on if I actually cut the taper first or not. In this case, this is the one we just routed for in the previous video. So let me go ahead and take that out for now. I'll show you what's underneath. No, before I do that, all right, that's what it looks like when it comes out. Again, adjustable. I got this little clamp over here, just because I hang my dust collection right inside here. I just put a dust collection hose right there, and it actually does a very good job of sucking everything out. From this angle, you can see underneath how the tenon is cut right there. All right, and that's what the template looks like. And you guys saw, you know, I've chunked it out over here. I just chunked it out here earlier. But with these 2 right here, I can adjust obviously depth and adjust angle as well too. So you got to make sure this is square. So when you cut the tenon, it is square. Now what I did this time, which I've never done before, I guess it takes me to do a video to do it, is I pre-cut the neck. So I didn't have to go in stages. I just went right in, and there wasn't a whole lot to cut out or to route out to get that tenon in there. So I'll show you a neck blank as far as how I cut that out. Now, the other side is kind of interesting. Let me pull this down before I drop that. All right, this is the other side. This is the side that does the mortise. All right, pretty cool. One-shot deal. That's all you get. I don't do it in stages. I got to make sure it's centered right here. I actually draw a line and make sure it's centered on the bottom. So the ukulele itself, I'll try to squeeze it in here, goes in. Where is it? Trying to figure out where the camera is. Here it is. You see the cork? This plate right here, it's kind of thick, is actually curved, arched to match the back of my instrument. I only do one size anyway, so that goes up inside, right inside there. Got to make sure it's centered. Ooh. Gotta make sure it's centered up here, and I got to make sure it's centered. There it is, down there. When I use these to tighten it. That's it. There's one on each side. Okay, it's hanging like that, and that's it. You guys can figure this out. But that is the Mortise and Tenon neck jig. Well, let's take it off right now. Okay. So since we just cut this, that's actually what it looks like. Bang this around here. Take off the neck. Oh, by the way, yep, you can see there's a channel right down the middle of the plate that the neck is held in, and there's a section of a carbon fiber rod that centers it right on there. Now, I'm eventually going to build a guitar. I'm probably going to have to open this up on the bottom because the neck's going to be longer than this. So when I build a guitar and I do this, either I'm going to do it by hand, which I don't want to do, or I'm going to, who knows, I got to open that up or make some kind of fitting so I can fit in 1/4 inch into the neck and then 1/8 inch into here. 1/4 inches for the truss rod. All right, let's get this down and talk about what we just finished up. Oh, by the way, that is probably one of my biggest jigs that I have. Took me the longest time to make, but it is what it is. Works for me. Now what I'm gonna do, and we'll see it later. In fact, I've done a video. So I'm gonna put 2 inserts in here, because I don't use one, I use 2. I'm gonna put 2 inserts in here, drill 2 holes in here, and it's gonna be literally a bolt-on Mortise and Tenon neck joint. Let's get this off. Okay, so there's a tenon. It's not gonna fit because I still gotta shape down this section to match up inside here, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's just right there. So what I'm gonna do is, and I do this on purpose, I'm gonna make the tenon match the Mortise. I don't wanna go too deep into the neck block in here, but this is gonna come down and we will be fine after that. So you can see how I gotta round off the bottom of the tenon. Right there, because it doesn't go all the way down. All right, guys, you got any questions, comments? I'm gonna post this. Yeah, all of this is gonna get rounded off to match down inside here. Could I have gone lower? Absolutely, I could have gone lower. But remember what's gonna happen over here. It's gonna be the binding. Now, caveat on this, sometimes normally what I'll do is I will bind the instrument first and then cut the Mortise. But since I had everything set up, I just cut it. The reason I do that is because what I got to be aware of now is when I route the bindings, because when you see my binding jig, it'll go against the side. I got to put a little plate inside here to make sure the bearing comes all the way across. Otherwise, the binding will go right inside like this. Ask me how I know. But I got a piece of, in fact, I'll show it to you. Super simple. Just a piece of wood insert that goes inside here, just like that. That's all it is. All right. And all it does, even if it sticks out a little, I really don't care because I can cut the binding channel to match. It's only a small section right there. I'd rather have the channel go this way because I can always cut it. All right, make sense? Somebody moving their car outside. All right, guys, as usual, any questions, comments, leave them below. Subscribe if you want. Give me some viewers. I don't know, maybe I get paid for this stuff. Catch you next time.